not suffering fools
What?
today.
What?
Just not feeling it.
What? Hello, people. Yes, hey, you guys. It is the Skids podcast. I'm your host, Jen Kopke. I'm here with Gage and Kevin McNichols. Kevin's sad because Kevin doesn't get to do his.
Well, he just now told us
Cheeto.
the time frame of how it's going to.
Well, yeah, because I initially thought the way that it was going to be was the way I thought.
Yeah,
right.
I thought it was going to be about an hour 15 minutes, maybe hour 30, and now we're thinking like 2 hours.
Well, no. What I thought was going to happen, I knew it was going to be long. I thought it was going to be a 2-part episode. You can stop the fucking music anytime.
Why?
We started the show.
He says why?
I
like it.
I initially thought that it was going to be like we just go until time, and then we find a place to leave the cliffhanger.
I'd
That's
rather
how it
just
made
have
sense.
it be one full thing, one
Don't forget,
episode.
it's the Kevin show. We got to do it like Kevin wants.
The only problem with
That'd be a first.
Kevin, the only problem with doing it as a single show and then cutting it up is finding where to fucking cut it.
Or we just have it a single show.
I don't think
and
that's a
not
good
cut it
idea.
up.
I think
Why?
it's a better idea if we're
How
going
about-
to do a.
Why don't we do the show and
Yeah,
then
how
have
about
this
a discussion
conversation
about that
after this?
after the podcast?
I don't know.
Again,
Let's do a
people
little
don't wanna
inside
hear-
baseball.
Well, that's just it. People
Nobody
don't
wants to hear
they don't
inside
wanna hear us
baseball.
arguing
Why not?
Over it because
They don't want to learn about. Hey, we're going to do a thing on.
What?
Well, thanks.
That
That was supposed to be a surprise for the show.
How's it a surprise?
It's a mouth wetter. Let's go ahead and
Well,
let's
let's
just
keep
do the
on-
show then. Let's just do Kevin's show. Let's just do that now, huh?
I might as well.
No, Kevin?
no.
See
You
how
wanna do that?
angry he is?
I did an awesome trip yesterday, though. It was really cool. If you guys have ever
just-
been to Central Oregon,
Stomped all over my whole
there's a
opening.
hot springs out there called Bagby Hot Springs.
Yeah, we all know where
Fucking
Bagby
awesome.
is.
So anybody who's not familiar with it, it's about what?
I've never been, but I know
it's
where.
about a 45-minute walk. Have you ever been there, Kevin?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, I
not-
know you guys have.
They call it a hike, but really it's a perfectly maintained trail. Beautiful walk, gorgeous day, all the way through. The only drawback of it is a lot of the soaking tubs there, because they're all man-made soaking tubs. Half of them have been completely demolished or fallen into disrepair because it's such a bitch getting there and to them there. They don't repair them.
Last time I was up there was a long time. It was years ago.
Yeah.
So they were in
private
better
ones-
shape back then.
The private ones are all gone. All the private little room
Are they
ones,
really?
They're gone.
Whoa.
They're just shut off. You can't go in there. So you got the
Didn't you go there not too long ago before that, though?
Yeah, I went there about 6 months ago.
I was going to say, you told me.
With Toki.
Yeah,
I
you
took
told
my
me
dog.
that you went there and that it didn't have any of the private stuff and all that shit.
Man, it's changed. It's changed quite a bit since the last time I was there.
Well, my daughter's with me this last week, and I wanted to go take her to it. And what was cool about it getting there, I mean, obviously the walk sucked ass. Well, if you don't like walking, I don't mind it, but there's certain legs
No,
you
your
don't.
body shape tells me you don't mind it.
I don't mind walking at all. It's quite again, the scenery's gorgeous, but I get there expecting all the pools to be or the soaking tubs to be occupied. Not a soul was there. Middle of the day on a Tuesday, best time to go.
Well, because everyone's on fentanyl now.
Yeah,
Tim.
That's true.
Well, what's funny when we get a pool set up or a tub filled with the spring water. We got 2 influencers that decided to show up.
Are they actually influencers?
Well, they were
Does
trying.
anyone know who they are?
I have no idea, but they were
That's
should-
just what they call themselves
extremely
these
attractive
days.
women.
You should have taken the names so we could look them up.
I wasn't going to talk to them
Why?
because I don't talk to pretty girls. What are you talking about, dude?
What is wrong with
Plus,
you?
I'm with my daughter, but these 2 hotties in bikinis are right there taking
What
pictures
better
of
way
each
to
other.
pick up chicks?
Yeah, I was like, hey, no, that's not happening. But it was.
You want to be her new mommy?
There was some uncomfortability there.
I don't see why that's a problem.
That was again, there's these 2 scantily
Look, I
clad
asked
gals
friends to
that are-
borrow their kids so I could do that.
It was, but as it went on, then more people started showing up. But it was really cool to just have the access to the whole area for ourselves, and then we decided to do a little exploring afterwards. The only problem too is, I guess this time of year is notorious for deer flies. I think they're called deer flies. Or
Yeah, you don't
horsefly.
want those.
Oh my God.
Horseflies are bad.
Yeah, these are fucking nasty ass.
Have you ever been bitten by a horsefly?
Yeah, I got bit by a deer fly in the pond.
See, I've never been bitten by one of those, but I've been bitten by a horsefly.
Yeah,
They are fucking vicious little bastards.
It hurts like hell, dude.
And the weird thing is, literally, Only time I've ever seen them is when I'm around a horse.
Yeah.
I know that they're called horseflies, but that's not usually the way it works. Like a dragonfly, you don't see dragons. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, not these days anyway.
So, and a botfly, you don't see like robots.
Yeah.
You know, Instagram
It's
doesn't
true.
just start fucking sending you messages.
You don't see bots, but you definitely see malaria.
No. Botfly, malaria is not botflies are like South America, North America.
Yeah, I know we had some. There was South America. I didn't know we had a whole lot out here.
Oh, they're the southern part of the U.S. I believe.
Really,
you can get them almost anywhere.
Botflies are nasty.
Yeah, I don't think we have like the numbers of botflies that they have in other places.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because we have inside plumbing.
That usually helps, right?
Yeah, I think that's a big
helps.
part of why we don't have them. But you know, dude, I remember. I know you're gonna hate this, but working on my fence yesterday. What?
You've been working on your house and fence? No way.
I remember. So I went to do a part of the fence, which I had to walk through neighbors' yards and shit. And walking through there, I talked to one of the people that lived there, and they were like, "Yeah, you can
What are
get
you doing
there."
on my property?
No, they go. Why are you naked? I don't know. I just like.
Are you wearing night vision? What the fuck are you doing?
It was daytime, so I do walk around my backyard with night vision on though.
While naked.
No, I don't do that. But I could, unless the neighbors have night vision. But I walked and talked to one of the neighbors, and they were like, "You can walk."
This is daytime. You were saying.
Yes.
Keep up, Kevin.
Anyway, Jesus Christ.
That.
Kevin's commenting on a part of the story that was 5 minutes ago.
Oh, it's about
Jesus
you wearing
Christ.
night vision and naked during the day was the point.
No, I said I do that at night.
But not naked. He could.
I don't believe him.
Anyway, so this is daytime, no night vision. I've got a hammer.
Just naked.
Yeah, I know. Kevin derailed this. What are you, Indian? I'm just saying because you derailed the train.
You talk to your neighbor about something.
But no, talking to my neighbor, they were like, you can walk through here, but there's a ditch there, and it might be full of water. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I remember this ditch. Because the house I live in is the house I grew up in. And at like ages 7 and 8, 9, in that range, I would go into that fucking that ditch because it was like a water runoff ditch. And I would try to catch bullfrogs. We were talking about like botflies and shit. I remember...
when you were a kid, you would hang out in the ditch.
It's a water runoff.
You
trying to catch
caught
bullfrogs
frogs and crawdads when you were a kid, dude?
Yeah.
You were chasing police with katanas, weren't you?
Yeah. No, he was.
That was later.
Yeah. Early on, he was like, "Ooh, how does this abacus work?" And then fucking nerd shit.
You know, a bunch of nerd shit.
Yeah.
Never had an abacus.
Okay,
I didn't like
nerd.
math.
I liked math. It was easy. But anyway, so I would try to catch bullfrogs and shit. And we were talking about the botflies, and I'm like, I remember going to catch bullfrogs and finding fucking I don't know if they were lampreys or if they were the other one. What's the other one? Leeches. I don't know which one they were, but it was one of the two that I would fucking sometimes pull up in the net, and I'd be like, what the fuck is that? And then, ask my parents about it, and they're like, yeah, those are leeches. Stay the fuck away from them.
Yeah, you don't want
I'm
to
like,
mess with those
oh, shit.
things, dude.
I didn't know what they were.
They look, if you've ever seen a leech move around in the water.
They're weird.
It's like ferrofluid. Like they literally, the way they change shape, like they can stretch out so long and thin, it's crazy, but then go into the shape of a ball.
Yeah,
They're
and
peculiar
it's
creatures.
creepy.
And when you see them, they look like this gooey gunk.
Yeah, like ferrofluid. They look like ferrofluid.
Yeah, but like when you see them like out of the water, they look like this little fucking gooey blob of stuff with a mouth.
Yeah.
And
sharp mouth.
That's if you even see the mouth.
No, it's usually pretty pronounced.
It stands out pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I mean, a lot of the times they're like
you're looking at them from the
towards
top.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no,
They're
I ended up
latched
seeing.
on when you find them on your balls,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
I remember seeing the mouth, and then the other thing that I remember finding in that fucking pond or that waterway, whatever it is, was seeing like the dragonfly larvae, because those things look like fucking monsters.
Is that the rowboat looking thing, or
The dragonfly larvae? Yeah, look that up. They're fucking weird looking.
I don't think I've ever seen them before.
They have like giant fucking pincher mouth.
Oh
And-
yeah, I know what you're
Really?
talking about.
And they just swim. But yeah, they look fucking weird.
yeah, I've seen those
Oh, wow.
before. Yeah, I use them as bait.
Yeah.
They actually do really well. As
See, and
bait.
that's not even the version I saw.
Let's see if I can't find some more images.
Yeah, just check images. There might be one on there. I
Looks
remember
like
them having like a weird mouth.
Looks almost like
that might be
like
closer to it. The one that's
some
got a
kind
fish.
of an angry
Look at
cross
that thing.
between an angry grasshopper and like a
Heck
angry
no,
Yeah,
locust.
that right there is closer to what I saw.
Yeah.
Weird.
You see them attached to rocks a lot too. Like
Yeah, they're fucking
clustered up and-
crazy.
yeah. They're really cool.
But yeah, they look like little fucking monsters. And then I would see other things in there too. And shit, I don't know if you guys, if I told you guys the story of the fucking water bug. I was asleep one night, and I'd never seen one of these before. You know what a water bug looks like, right?
Yeah.
They're like, usually about that big,
Yeah.
little skitter thing,
Yeah,
right?
skip along on the water. Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm asleep. All of a sudden, my dog fucking barks really loud, and I hear like a little scratching at the door, and I'm like, it's nothing. It's probably just a fucking, branch or something rubbing up against the,
Yeah.
I'm like, shut up, dog. Let's go back to sleep. About an hour later, the dog wakes me up again.
Wait a minute. You told me about this.
It's
yeah.
fucking nutty. I believe I have
You
a
showed me
picture of
too,
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is back. Yep, there it is. I'm gonna send that up to the copy photo, and let's send it over to the Instagram. But this is what I fucking saw. Ah, damn it! I gotta go.
I can
find it.
Google it for you, bud. If you want me to pull it up.
Yeah.
We
Go-
have the means, or do you want me to just go to Instagram and pull it up?
Well, I think he wants to show the specific
Yeah,
one.
this
that
is
was
the one that
outside
I
his
found,
house.
literally.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, it's on Instagram right now.
Let me pull it up here.
But yeah, this thing was fucking.
Oh fuck, dude!
It's
Fuck
huge.
That thing.
This thing's about the
Yeah.
size of my palm.
No fucking way, dude. Get it out of here.
Look at those
hell
mandibles.
that
That's
thing
not
doing
mandibles.
here?
Oh, those are.
That's
oh, yeah,
it. Those are. So the way that thing eats.
Pinchers?
No, they're
They're like
grabby
legs.
hands,
Oh
right?
shit!
Well,
So,
grabby hands.
so what it does is
The
it
claw.
fucking grabs things like this and just holds it. That's why those things are so gigantic.
And it just munches
And then
on
just
you.
pulls them in and fucking chews on them.
You didn't get an
and-
identification of that? You don't know what it's called?
Giant water bug.
Oh, it's hideous.
Yeah, dude. So the way these things are, they live in like still water, laying around wherever, and they're really attracted to light, like most bugs.
Yeah.
And what happened is it ended up, when they want to move from like one waterway to another waterway, they fly. They're gigantic flyers, and like I said, it's
God,
the
if I
size.
saw that thing flying
it's
at
the
me,
size-
I'd fucking take
well,
off.
it's this big. It's the size of my palm.
Yeah.
And like I said, hearing it scratch on there, finally after the dog barks the second time, I open the door to that, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And so I close the door, and I go, I'm like, I gotta get a picture of this. It's
Yeah.
insane looking. But yeah, giant water bugs are fucking nutty.
This is something that I found in a pond at my
I have
parent-
never
when
seen one of
yeah,
those.
when I lived in Cheyenne, Wyoming, going around with my little brother, we were little ponds and pools. I thought it was a horseshoe crab because it looked just like this.
It does look like it.
Whoa.
And it's tiny, and I was like, what the fuck is that? A whole bunch of them in just like a not even a pond, like a puddle.
Long-tailed tadpole shrimp.
Yeah.
Which
The
is
most
out of the
bizarre
same
creature I've ever
family.
seen.
I've never
Yeah,
seen anything
you know
like
what
it
I mean?
before.
Because if it's a shrimp and crabs are in the same family.
This is literally
It's-
the first time I've actually Googled it.
It's got like
because-
this like hood over it.
Yeah, it looks like a
know.
horseshoe crab, doesn't
Yeah.
it? But it's fresh water,
Or a thumbnail.
and it only appears.
Yeah.
It's like a seasonal thing that shows up on certain seasons,
Huh.
and like puddles, and and then it's got a lifespan of maybe what it was saying, like a week or 2 weeks, and then it's done.
Oh,
You know what's
wow.
crazy?
Most
is,
bizarre creature,
like,
but
well,
yeah, that was a weird
yeah.
find when I was a kid.
You're saying, seeing this, but like, think about horseshoe crabs. Something that's remained almost unchanged for like,
Yeah.
what is it, 100 million years?
For a long,
Well,
long,
yeah,
they're
long
on the verge
time.
of extinction, aren't they? The way they're being.
I don't know.
Because something about their healing remedies, the Chinese use them for something like
No,
that.
Of
The
course
blue
they do.
fluid they have.
Well,
in
it's
them
the
or
same
something
thing
like
with the
that.
fucking rhinos. They use that for
Yeah.
dick pills.
Do you know how many fucking animals are going extinct because of the Chinese medicine?
I mean, you say that, but it's not just them. There's
No,
other poachers.
of
but,
course,
but you're right, because of the money that they'll pay, like the
Yeah.
rhinoceros, the horn, all they do is kill them for the horn.
I know.
They don't even do a fucking thing for anything else.
No.
Like, at least when,
Just a
like,
complete waste.
well, at least
the
when, like,
animal.
a Western fucking trophy hunter goes to
Yeah.
kill, like, an elephant or
They
whatever.
use everything.
They use every part of the fucking
Yeah.
elephant because they give it to, like, tribes in the area
Right.
or, people in the
Yeah.
area, whatever. And the
don't
guy
let
might
something like that go to waste.
No, they don't let any part of it.
Yeah.
It's
if you're gonna kill it, you may as well use every bit of it.
Yeah, for the horseshoe crab, they bleed them because they use the blood, and I guess the blood's supposed to be like it's a vaccine ingredient. Let's read what it says. So they have farms of these where they just raise them like
horseshoe
cattle.
crabs cause autism. Yeah. Okay,
well, good to know.
That's why we're getting rid of them.
The miracle vaccine ingredient that saved millions of lives. So actually, there might be some legitimacy to the blood of it.
Not if it's fucking COVID-19 shit. Yeah. I don't buy it.
Look at that. Go scroll down to that photo. Look
yeah,
at
that's
how
what
they do
that. They cut their tail off and they bleed them, and it's blue fluid.
Jeez,
isn't that wild?
Yeah, I heard that they're fucking the fluid that comes out of them is pretty expensive.
And they had the same thing about hammerhead sharks, like the fluid that's in their.
Remarkable
what's weird about hammerhead sharks?
Antibacterial properties that have proved invaluable to the medical industry.
Do you know how hammerhead sharks actually find prey?
Sonar.
It's electrical pulses that they shoot down.
Oh yes, I have heard that before.
It's fucking crazy. So it is kind of like a sonar, but it's through electrical pulses instead of sound pulses.
Really fascinating.
So read that for us, Kevin.
Horseshoe crab blood is bright blue. It's like alien blood.
Right.
It contains important immune cells that are exceptionally sensitive to toxic bacteria. When those cells meet invading bacteria, they clot around it and protect the rest of the horseshoe crab's body from toxins. Scientists use these clever blood cells to develop a test called Limulus amoebocyte lysate, or LAL, which checks new vaccines for contamination. This technique has been used all over the world since the 1970s to stop medical professionals giving out jabs full of bad bacteria that could make humans very sick.
Wild.
It's great for humans because vaccines save us from all sorts of unwanted diseases, including measles. Oh, yeah, we know. It's not so great for the horseshoe crabs. Thousands of them are rounded up and bled every year.
Couldn't we synthesize this?
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, I mean, so we don't have to fucking, slaughter off the entire race.
This is an old one, though, huh? Talking about trying to find a vaccine for COVID-19.
Yeah. 2020 is when this one was written.
Yeah. But that's wild, huh? That they do that.
That's
just there's a lot of things. Look
at the hammerhead shark. I guess if you cut the eyes off, the part of the hammerhead, there's a goo in there. They don't need it. Yeah, there's a goo in there that they use for other medicinal purposes as well. And it's like a gelatinous, and it like has something to do with the whole electric thing you were talking about. Yeah. Let's Google it, shall we? Because we're doing History Channel shit now.
Look at what they do with fucking scorpions, right? A gallon of like scorpion venom, I believe, is like $1 million or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, but do you know how much work goes into that?
Probably a lot.
It's an insane amount because one scorpion will give you like a couple drops.
Yeah.
And you need like 50,000 of them being cycled in over and over and over to get a gallon.
Jesus.
The cartilage they're using for that.
Shark cartilage.
And again, this is all foo-foo stuff they're saying.
Well, I know that there's certain animals that they've been looking into for like longevity purposes. Because there's certain animals, like first off, if you look at what is it, not crawdads, but the goddamn lobsters.
Yeah,
lobsters technically can't die, right? They can die from like disease, getting in a fight, injuries, shit like that, but they don't die. Like they don't actually have an expiration date based on their DNA and all that shit. They can die from molting. So say the lobster's molted so many times and it's just too hard to molt at the size that they are because they're so big. Like that's how they can tell how fucking old some of these are. Like they've found ones that are hundreds of years old.
Shit, it's funny you bring it up because my daughter and I went to Seaside Aquarium over the weekend.
That's why I brought it up.
And they have those.
I've been following you.
They have like a gigantic lobster that they had in their possession for a very long time. And apparently one, I think it was about in the 1980 or so, someone stole it.
Oh, really?
And had the whole police force looking for the fucking thing. Finally found it, and it died.
Oh.
They brought it back, and they
probably shocked.
Too bad.
Yeah, and I guess the thing was, they said it was over 100 years old.
Yeah,
wow.
And the thing is, like
it's massive. It's a massive lobster.
Some of those are like 40 pounds. I mean, 40-pound lobster. Could you imagine the size? That's fucking
lobster.
huge.
But yeah, as you were saying, they live
and they're
between
insects.
45 to 50. And it's not. They're often described as biologically immortal.
Yes,
because they don't lose fertility or weaken with age.
Nope.
They eventually succumb to disease, predators, or the massive energy exhaustion required to molt their
That's
shell.
the problem.
So they die inside their shell because
So
they can't.
because they can't
molt
get
it.
out. They
Yeah.
they basically they're the reason that we probably have claustrophobia. Is it just got passed down to whatever
Yeah.
animal lineage we are off of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not. There's like I think there's certain jellyfish that are also.
Yeah, there
immortal.
is a certain jellyfish. I forget which one
I
it is.
forget too, but basically it's effectively immortal.
Yeah, there's a few species that they've looked at that they're like, I mean, technically based on their DNA, there's no reason for these things to die.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things they were looking at sharks for. Sharks don't get cancer.
Well,
They don't get cancer at all. And
Which is weird for a biological creature.
Yes.
Right.
Usually, whatever it is, if it lives long enough, we'll get a cancer of some sort.
Yes.
I don't know about lobsters or anything like that
Me
when it comes to
neither.
those things.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like mammals and
sharks are mammals.
no.
No.
But when it comes, I was naming other things before
Gotcha,
you
I got you.
ruined it. But like mammals and certain types
How
of
did I ruin
fish
it?
and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Asking questions.
Like mammals, certain types of fish,
All right,
birds,
Candace Owens.
shit like that.
You're just
Yeah, you're gonna
I'm just
say.
asking questions. I'm not saying this or that. I'm just asking questions.
What was the crazy thing she said recently?
That his mic blew up and killed him.
No,
Yeah,
not just
there
that
was
one. That one's dumb because like if you look at the
Candace Owens.
no, if you just look at any explosion that's ever happened before,
She's a.
they don't actually fucking like an explosion doesn't just go in one direction only.
Yeah.
Unless
No.
it's out of a
Yeah.
gun,
Yeah.
then it does.
Yeah.
But then you're not getting hit by the explosion, you're getting hit by the projectile. If you're doing that with a microphone to make a shape charge that doesn't fuck the shirt up in any way,
Right.
that's an I mean the technology that goes into that.
That whole situation is completely murky. There are so many questions have yet to be answered.
Yep.
But they've finally convicted him of murder.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Did they? I
the
didn't hear
trial
that he
ended.
got-
I heard.
Did it?
I don't
Yeah.
think it
I didn't
ended.
hear
I
that.
remember them. They were
I thought
doing.
they were still
I
in
think
the
they're.
middle of that.
Yeah, I think they're still doing the
I
trial.
may have missed it. I mean, I don't know. I just know that.
Well, Tim does like to say things before it gets.
That's what I
done.
do
Did
best.
you see the Ben Shapiro thing where he made fun of Candace Owens and he's like, "We're just asking questions." He did like 20 minutes of just fucking like basically blaming Candace Owens for the murder of Charlie Kirk and how she was involved and going through making it sound like this insane fucking
While I'm not a
conspiracy.
While I'm not a fan of his,
I'm not
like,
either, but it's funny.
I can actually still watch him over like Tim fucking Pool.
Mm.
Like Tim Pool, there's something that I don't like about him at all. I think
he
it's
can
his
be
smug-
abrasive.
I think it's his no, it's not his abrasive. It's his smugness. He's smug, and I don't think he's trying to be, but he just comes across as smug as fuck.
I get that.
Like look, if he asked me to go hang out at his skateboard facility, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
And I'd probably like him, but I'd be like,
Sure.
I still can't watch your shit unless
Yeah,
you've got.
yeah.
I don't mind watching his stuff when there's 7 other people on it. That's fine.
Yeah.
He's a good guest.
It's
you know what I mean.
It's more that it's when it's just like him and maybe
When
a
it's-
couple other people.
Well,
Yeah.
or when he's doing a story on his own and it's like 30 minutes of just him talking. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't know why.
You know what? You should look up the Ben Shapiro thing where he's talking about Candace. He's making fun of Candace Owens, and he basically comes up with this whole like conspiracy that she actually worked with Israel to murder Charlie Kirk. Like he's like, we're just asking questions.
Well, it's one of the reasons why I like South
Go on
Park. They
YouTube.
did-
Go on YouTube.
South Park would take somebody's like catchphrase like that. I'm just asking questions,
Yeah,
and just
I'll do
run
it
it
on
into the ground.
Yeah, go on YouTube and then just type in Ben Shapiro. Because
Yeah, that should only have like a million.
It,
Yeah,
videos.
well,
that's what
no,
I'm
I
saying.
mean, it
That
was.
narrows it down.
Go
doesn't
to
it?
go to his
arrested
channel. It
sex.
happened like a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Um,
you're not gonna find it.
Ben Shapiro, just
Candace Owens?
Candace Owens parody. Yeah, Candace Owens parody. Go back yet. Parody.
What is that?
We can't go this whole show without commenting on how bad Tim types.
Yeah,
That's
it is
important.
pretty.
That's the ribbon of the entire. Ever since I got this goddamn thing, it's all about how poorly Tim types. And you know, I've been meaning to say something about this.
No, go ahead and say
when
something.
it was me,
Let's hear it.
Hey, when it was me, I was the bad typer. Remember?
He is a bad typer.
I know. The only person that complains about it though is Shane, and he refuses.
This
to
is the
fucking
one
type.
right here.
Refuses
Oh, look,
to-
yeah,
Letting
let's watch
Candace
this
Owens
53
know. We're not
going to
watch the whole
goddamn thing.
because he cuts
Oh,
Are we allowed
off.
to?
We're just gonna watch a just a few.
Yeah,
minutes
if
of
we're
it.
it's fucking
Oh,
fair use
All right.
Yeah.
as long as he doesn't have music.
Highly
But
important
find
show.
the
Today,
fucking one
we are
right
going
there.
to
That's
uncover-
probably it.
That's all
Most
I'm saying.
replayed.
Some interesting
Go
motivation.
back
You
just
know,
a little
that's all
bit.
relationship with Russia.
Well, that's
like
too
11
much.
by propaganda.
Way too
and
much.
she didn't even know
Right there.
he did
Perfect.
sex trafficking. Charlie Kirk hated sex trafficking. Coincidence? Is any of this a coincidence? I'm not stupid. So this is weird, really weird. She's in Romania hanging with sex traffickers. Charlie's condemning sex traffickers, and then Charlie dies. The single most important person fighting radical Islam just gets killed. Convenient, like very, very convenient. A person who knew Candace really well, who texted with her regularly, who would have known what she was up to, maybe suspected what was happening. And then he
this-
just so happens to be murdered. And she
He-
starts
Mike,
making money.
He is
It's just, that's all I'm
parroting
saying.
it
Some
pretty
interesting
well.
motivation.
Yeah, I got it.
That's all we're saying. Interesting. But what about like means?
Look,
I mean,
look at how well it's
murder
picking up his
requires
voice, though.
motive
That's a
and
good
means and
fucking mic.
opportunity, right? So what
Yeah.
about means? Here's the thing. Candace knew everything. She was Charlie's
He's
best
also probably
friend.
on a sound
like his
stage of some
best
sort.
friend. They were so close. Like closer than any humans who have ever lived.
He's
She was,
got an
she was his
earpiece in,
best
but
friend.
it's
Here she was.
bizarre.
Well, yeah,
The
the
day
earpiece
after
is
Charlie
so.
was killed.
Hey, no, don't say that.
Yeah, shut up.
But I don't
Yeah.
want today to be about anything other than you guys knowing that Charlie really was an amazing person. You know, he was.
Look, I still
like,
find her hot, but she's
really
crazy
close.
as fuck.
She's insane.
and he was.
Her ears
He was
are-
my
her
best
ears-
friend
her
and my
eyes are
brother.
A little too far apart for me. I don't like that.
I mean, how close was their relationship?
Just like Sid the
I mean,
Sloth.
it may have
No,
been
she
for her
doesn't.
even more than like
That's
a
the
brotherly
basketball chick.
relationship. I mean, let's be real. I'm
Oh,
talking about
Angel
suspicious.
Reese.
Yeah.
She got married in what is easily the weirdest love story of like all time. I mean, she met her husband George, and she barely knew him, and then they just got married. That's an op, okay? We're not stupid. We're not stupid. Okay, we're not stupid. That's an op. That's an op.
Okay,
Candace,
I think we got it.
She does do that.
That is, I mean, look,
Stop talking over the videos. We got to work on that.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
you
we didn't
just
hear
gotta-
a word that was
Yeah,
said.
that's what I'm
Pretty
saying.
you
much.
just gotta pause it and
Yeah,
we
we
talk.
got to get better about that. Sorry, folks.
But,
We're working on it.
But yeah, I mean, look, Candace does say a lot of crazy shit, and the way she says it and performs her.
She has to get clicks. The
We're
more
just asking
profound and
questions.
more provocative stuff
did-
she puts
look.
out there, the more attention she gets. It works in any form of media, really.
Now
Yeah,
she's being made fun of incessantly. Basically, the entire internet is turned against her.
Well,
Did you
bad
say
press
she's
is still
doing
good press.
incest
That's
Yes.
probably part of it,
Yuck.
too. You know what? That could be the whole eye thing.
because of the incest?
Incestuous families, dude. That's true. I've heard all about that with these people.
Well, look at you. What do you mean, these people?
The entertainers, the
Dude, just look at
What are
look
they
at-
called? Alcoholic when their face is all weird.
Fetal alcohol
Fetal
syndrome.
alcohol
Yeah.
syndrome.
Anyway,
there you go.
no, just look at like the lineage of the royal family in England,
oh Jesus, dude.
right? And you don't have to go back very far
Not at
because
all.
like Prince Charles looks like, or King Charles,
Yeah.
he's
Same could be said about the Kennedys too, though. That's an incestuous family. in
yeah,
my
but they don't
opinion.
look fucking weird.
Not yet.
They were
Actually,
considered
kinda
they were
do.
considered hot.
Yeah.
So
I always thought they looked kind of weird.
That's a weird family, dude.
Why do you
The
think they
Kennedys
look
are a
weird?
I don't
family.
know. They just did.
I think they sounded weird.
well, they did.
No, that's a different Kennedy. That's a
We
different
said
thing
we're
entirely.
going to go to the moon.
This is close. You almost
Say
you
your
tossed it-
chowder. Say chowder.
That was close.
Say clam chowder.
You tossed in a little bit of the, 1920s
He's not a part of that
fucking
family?
thing.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
why oughta,
Yeah.
there was
RFK
some.
is not a part of the Kennedy.
Yeah, he is.
He's part of the family, but his voice has nothing to do with the way
Yeah.
that the rest of them talk.
Well, I think his sister has the same
He
condition.
speaks more
No.
or
modern
his aunt
day.
or something. Yeah, there's other members in his family that have that
What I'm
same
saying-
predicament.
But I'm
Really?
talking about, accent and afflection versus having a condition.
Him,
you
and
know.
him and his brother spoke
That'd be like
a
saying
lot
that-
like the same.
Well, Stephen Hawking, and then naming like 9 other Hawkings that don't fucking talk like that, and you're like, no, that's not the same. He talks through a computer,
I want to go to the island. Please let me go.
dude. So we've had a bunch of deaths recently
Yeah,
too.
it's been a.
So James Earl Jones,
James Earl Jones kicked the bucket.
Yeah,
Let's
he
do it
died.
in memorandum.
and he was great. I mean, like I like I love the Star Wars shit, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
Field of Dreams.
Tulsa Doom and Conan. He played
Yeah,
Tulsa
so,
Doom.
yeah, dude.
and he was in
Yeah.
a lot of movies I've seen.
That was
I
fantastic.
can't
Oh,
remember
yeah.
the names of every movie I've
Oh
seen
yeah,
him in.
he's been in tons
Because
of
he's
movies.
either been like some sort of supporting character or
Yeah.
whatnot, but he's been in a shitload of things, and
He-
he always was good.
Yeah, he was the
And his
old
vo-
man in the
Here,
Sandlot.
we'll
at the
do it.
end.
We'll do
Oh,
a quick,
yes.
Yeah, with the
Can
dog.
we do a quick 1 minute in memorandum of James Earl Jones?
Sure.
Is that all right?
We're going down the line.
93, huh?
Yeah, he made it a long time.
I can't.
Yeah, don't fuck with it.
I'm not gonna touch
It's
it.
gonna fucking do like it always does.
God, that damn fucking pause button. There we go.
Yeah, he's got to not do anything with it, or else it fucking
I wonder if the
stays.
music's allowed.
I don't know.
We'll find out, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Kevin might have to cut this entire section.
It's not uncommon for those people.
Yeah. Wow.
Stop, dude.
Yeah, man, that's a bummer.
Yeah, it was a good one. One of the greats, actually, I'd say.
Yeah, and then
Sam Neill,
Sam Neill
Oh,
died.
dude,
that one hurts.
that one's getting a lot
I know.
of press. you
That
know.
one hurts, man. I was big. I mean, I think we all loved Sam.
Was
Neill.
it-
I
He
follow
was
him
awesome.
on TikTok, and every video he's posted, he's very bright, alert, and
Well, here's
Yeah.
the
this
fucked
whole
up thing.
cancer thing.
Yeah,
I was
he-
gonna say, here's the fucked up thing. He beats blood cancer.
Yeah.
And then literally, what was it, like 3 weeks later, is
If
dead.
that,
Yeah.
But he's so down to earth. I loved seeing his videos because he's just so
great.
calm and peaceful. And I mean, there was one movie he did kind of recently. I want to say maybe about
Jurassic Park.
No, the one
No.
that he was. It was in the Australian bush, and he had adopted this kid, or his wife and him and his wife adopted this kid, this New Zealand kid. And then she dies, and so he had to take care of this kid, and he didn't want to.
Yeah.
So the kid runs away, and it's him trying to find his kid. Though it's kind of a comedy, but also more of a feel good thing as well. It's the same kid that played the
Yeah, I don't know
Deadpool 2. The kid that
The fat kid?
yeah, the fat kid. He's in it. I can't remember the
Oh.
actor's name
I
though.
don't know his name. He's been in
I
one
don't
thing
know
that
the
I've
actor's
seen.
name
But
either.
that movie was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I just know that him in Jurassic Park
Jurassic
is
Park,
fucking
He was
huge.
in-
Event
Yeah,
Horizon,
this
In the
one.
Mouth of Madness.
Hunt for
Yes.
the Wild.
fucking
This one right here, Hunt for the Wilder
Possession.
People.
But-
that one was good.
But the movie that fucking made him like a household name was Jurassic
Oh,
Park.
absolutely.
There's no
100%.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Role.
But
It's not a very good movie to hold up in terms of CGI, though. Because
Yeah,
if you go back and watch it,
revisiting,
I mean-
it's like, oh, okay.
you're like, fuck, I thought this was real back then.
The animatronics were still
The
pretty
No, the
animatronics
animatronics
look
were great, but
Yeah.
the CGI, like the brontosauruses and shit.
Well, yeah,
Actually, I think it was the Brachiosaurus,
it
but
came
whatever.
out in 1994. That was like 3 years after Terminator 2, where they basically invented CGI for,
Yeah, but Terminator
Well, this is
2
when we were
holds
also
up.
blown away by what was
yeah,
it?
but it's only because it's the T1000, the liquid metal and stuff really lends itself to the CGI and everything.
Well,
Whereas,
I would say you're right that's
Yeah.
probably the weakest point in the movie. But like
yeah.
all the fucking practical effects of the Terminators,
amazing,
they're
amazing.
great.
Yeah,
Did we-
absolutely.
How did we get off of that to Terminator?
well,
the
just because
CGI.
the CGI.
CGI.
Yeah,
Well, I was going to say Hercules. Remember the Hercules series?
no,
You ever watched that?
No,
on
I didn't. watch that.
the one with Kevin
Yeah,
Sorbo.
did you
Oh
ever
yeah,
watch it?
yeah.
I thought the CGI that was a crazy good. And
Oh,
then I
yeah.
just recently saw a small clip of it. I was like, oh my fucking
awful.
god!
Yeah, no.
Like rewatching the Langoliers.
yeah.
Remember
Yeah,
how
it was-
crazy
oh, yeah,
that
was
looked?
bad.
It's like, holy shit, that's
Langoliers?
intense. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Langolier
Langoliers was
creatures.
terrible.
It was terrible.
I fucking the CGI on it blew me away. I'm like,
Well,
that's
back in the
that's
day,
what I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
dude. I was like, those things
Uh-huh.
are fucking scary as
Yeah.
shit.
I don't know, man. There are some movies I've watched and I've been like, no, the CGI sucks.
Yeah.
Look, remember all the Sci-Fi Channel shows?
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a while.
Oh, hell
it
yeah.
was
Or the
all like
movies, the
no, no, no.
s-
The
Sci-Fi
same
Channel
program
original
made all
movies.
of them.
No, but
Yeah.
watching those Sci-Fi Channel shows, you were just like, "Oh, this is a bad show," and you immediately knew it because of the CGI that came up, and
Yeah.
you were like,
Yeah.
"That looks like somebody like I don't know, puked it up onto the fucking screen and then formed it into whatever monster."
That's
they
what you
wanted.
get with low budget TV,
That was
man.
so
all the
bad.
knockoff Pixar shows and movies that came out too. from,
Yeah.
like the Bubble Guppies and everything that tried to match that. The Veggie Tales and all that.
I've heard of Veggie
Yeah, I
Tales.
never
the
watched
attempts
any of it.
Never
to
watched
make them
them,
look
but-
as good as Pixar was fucking awful. They
Yeah.
were. I mean, being a parent, you had to
Well,
suffer through a lot of that
Yeah,
shit.
see,
Yeah.
that's why I've never even seen any of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look at what really kicked all that off, and that was what Toy Story.
Yeah.
Toy Story, because they were like, look, let's make this whole movie on a computer.
That was that Pixar was bought out by Disney, right? Isn't that how that worked?
Yeah.
I believe.
Was
so.
that pre-Toy Story or post-Toy
Oh,
Story?
I think it was after.
Before, yeah. I mean, after.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
after,
I'm pretty sure it was after, and it was
'Cause,
after because Pixar became a fucking well-known studio right after Toy Story.
Yeah, because they got their software and everything to do all the stuff they did from ILM, Industrial
in
Light
2006. So yeah, 100%
They had
because it's Toy Story.
Yeah, they had a lucrative, tension-filled partnership that produced classics. So they partnered with them for Toy Story.
Magic. Partnered with them, but
Finding
they finally
Nemo.
ended up buying them out at some point.
Well, yeah, because Disney was like, "Oh, the proof of concept does work."
So this is back in the early 2000s, and then by 2004, Disney's in-house animation division, and that's right, they didn't use much. I mean, there was Aladdin that had a little bit, and Beauty and the Beast had a little bit of animation in it, or the
That was an animated movie.
digital animation is what I
Oh.
mean. Like
They did? I thought
Where?
that was all old school. Like,
Yeah, that
no,
looked like
the,
all
dance-
fucking.
the dancing scene in Beauty and the Beast, and the carpet in
That doesn't
Aladdin.
even make any sense because
Was
Beauty
so?
and the Beast and Aladdin both were in the 80s.
But they had digital animation.
They did not
in it.
have. There's no way.
Yeah, they did.
Look that up because that
Actually,
doesn't make
I don't-
any sense.
I don't think
Pretty good.
Aladdin was in the 80s, though. I think that was like early 90s.
Either way, I don't
Yeah.
think
Alright,
they
let's
had
start
any
with
fucking
Beauty
like.
and the Beast did have digital animation in it.
Like,
I'm
Did?
sure.
Oh, it was 1991. Okay, so, I mean, it did sort of, it did exist then. Terminator 2 came out
the
in
ballroom
91.
scene. Yeah,
Weird.
Oh, wow. Okay, I guess they did. I didn't realize it.
and a couple of the, a few of the characters in the fight scenes of that too. But yeah, that was so groundbreaking about it, as it says, was the ballroom scene.
Groundbreaking
because it was
ballroom
like
scene.
a 3D almost environment.
Weird.
And they
I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't even
haven't
know about
seen
it.
it since I was a
Done
kid,
that,
so I
yeah.
mean, I don't.
See, I've never watched
You
the whole
saw-
thing.
I don't think I saw any of it in Ariel, the
Little Mermaid?
I know there was a penis on the cover.
That
If you-
was-
if you
There,
can
Well,
find that.
there are multiple.
It's
on
not
the
just
cover.
that,
Find
but
that
also it's because there was an artist at Disney that was doing that stuff.
Yeah.
He was
He did it in a few
he
movies.
was Tyler Durdening every fucking movie
Yeah,
he could.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not joking. He
A
went
great
through.
big cock.
Yeah, there
Yep.
was. I think. So there's the Little Mermaid.
They
Lion
won't know
King,
why they feel bad.
Aladdin, and a few others. I think had it. Had.
Let's find
where
out
he
when
put stuff
Disney
in.
did actually start using. I think Fantasia didn't have any in it, did it?
No, Fantasia was way earlier than that. Like,
Fantasia was 70s.
Yeah,
I
that was a
believe.
long time ago. So they didn't have. It was before
Jesus.
CGI.
What movie did I see in the fucking theater? Well, God damn it! What was the name of the fucking movie? Was it not Song of the South? But what fucking was it? No, it's an animated movie.
I know.
dude.
In the late 1980s, they first integrated digital computer graphics in The Little Mermaid. All right.
Okay, Little Mermaid was
And
89.
used
okay.
Pixar's digital cap computer animation production system. So they used
Yeah.
Pixar's program or whatever to do it.
Actually, I think
Interesting.
Fantasia I did see in the theater. That might have even
They
been
used
a
it for
school trip.
digital backgrounds.
Yeah.
I see.
So yeah, they've had a relationship since the 90s. So it took them, 16 years? And
Yeah.
actually to totally purchase Pixar. Of course, Disney's purchased almost every good
Yeah.
studio out there, really.
Well,
They
they-
own
they're-
so
makes
much.
sense.
It's called a monopoly.
Yeah. Well, that's what's so cool about movies now. I mean, another reference to me and my daughter hanging out. She wanted to see this. She's a really big fan of this musical called Epic the Musical. Oh, what streaming service is it on? It's like, oh, it's only on YouTube. And it's an animated movie that's about 2 hours long. It's a musical about the story of the Odyssey. But it's all done with,
And Ellen Page is in every scene.
it's
Yeah.
amazing. The music of it's great. The animation of it's a little. It's not really intense animation. It's several different other animators came together and made their own little scene and drew. And then this one guy wrote the music for it and they performed it. And it's blowing up. In fact, they say that's why Odyssey is coming out to pay homage to this Epic the Musical that's been on YouTube, and you can't find it anywhere else.
You mean it's not paying homage to the actual Odyssey that was written by
No,
Homer?
the storyline's obviously going to be the same.
Yeah.
But they do a lot of
I mean, it's
references of
not.
it. And that's what I liked about this one too. Is like, well, because she's going to go watch the Odyssey this weekend when it opens up, and enjoy it thoroughly with Ellen Page. Well, I'm sure she's not in it very long, according to the whole story of Odyssey. 'Cause
She's.
you don't
I
see
think,
much of Achilles in it anyway.
No, she's not Achilles.
Oh, who does she play?
She
We've
plays,
talked about this on the show.
I could have sworn she was playing.
No, that
she
was the
playing
rumor.
That was the rumor.
That was a
Brad Pitt's
rumor.
part, yeah.
No, that was a rumor.
That was a rumor.
Ah.
Yeah, no, she's playing like the nephew of I forget what character, but
Well, we
yeah.
can
well, and I
Google
think
that.
one of the
I
problems
don't
too
know.
with the movie is that
son or the nephew of a character.
is that they're fucking using like modern language through the whole thing.
yeah, they even
which
have rap
doesn't-
in it apparently.
Which is fucking stupid.
I know.
This is one thing I didn't like that about Romeo and Juliet when they did that.
Yeah.
A modern Romeo and Juliet, but with fucking Shakespearean speak.
See, that's
Terrible.
Sinon. She's playing Sinon.
Yeah, he was kind of pansy in the story anyway, so it makes sense.
Do you
But
even
it's
know
nice
who that
there's
is in the
Zendaya.
story?
Yeah, he's the friend that tells Odysseus not to attack, to be more friendly when he dies, like off their first island they.
Well,
landed
I don't
on
know.
after the war. Yeah.
Don't tell me. I don't
Oh,
want
you
to be
don't know it?
surprised.
Oh, I thought you were asking me facetiously.
I'm not.
Oh,
Do you want to be
Well, I'm
surprised
sorry.
about a?
I don't.
How old is the Odyssey?
I'm not gonna
when
watch
did Homer
it.
write that fucking thing?
If you get a chance,
It's
so on
BC,
YouTube,
right?
it's on their full
BC.
the full movie. Is
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
Telemachus is
Was it
a really
like
good
60
one too.
something?
That's a good. I mean, Zendaya's and Athena
Telemachus.
is going to be a good role. I like that a lot. That'll work really
I
well.
think that is.
But again, to make
I think Zendaya is
to make
is so overrated.
Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy, that's questionable. I'm curious who
Between
they're going to have play
725 and 625 BC.
Okay, it was okay.
Or 675 BC.
Yeah.
Zeus. Agamemnon's a good. Yeah.
Oh, he's playing Agamemnon.
I don't even know who that is.
Wow. He was the Greek king at the time. I
No,
believe.
I don't even know who the
No,
the
oh,
actor
me neither.
is.
Me neither. Yeah.
Who was his
I'm
wife?
saying he just does
Who is
not.
whose wife?
Odysseus. What was her name? I think it was Penelope.
Yeah.
Penelope. Yeah, Penelope is his
yeah,
wife
Yeah.
that he's trying to
it's
get back to.
Penelope.
It takes him like 20 years to get back from
Yeah.
the war.
Yeah.
Why is her shit written in fucking like French?
Who? Elena de Troyes?
Yeah.
Probably because she's French, but not.
Are you
I don't
sure
know.
she's French?
I don't know,
No. She plays Helen of Troy.
but there's a lot of big actors
Yeah,
in
the
this,
casting
for sure.
stuff doesn't make a lot of sense in this thing.
No, it doesn't.
They
Not-
really don't give the name of the
Not one Greek person in this Greek tale.
Don't think so.
If you get a chance, so check out Epic the Musical. It is a musical, but it
Yeah, I'm
tells
not
the
gonna-
story really, really
I'm
well.
not gonna
And
watch a
it's-
musical.
It's very in depth.
I like,
how they
like-
did it.
Two musicals. One's Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's a musical.
Yeah.
There's songs throughout the whole goddamn
It's-
thing.
yeah.
In fact, The Simpsons movie's a musical.
Indeed, it is. There's no
Um,
arguing that.
Trying to think of the other musical that I actually like. Oh, The Labyrinth.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
Labyrinth
that's a
too.
good one.
Yeah.
And I don't like
I
musicals.
can't argue that. That's a good one.
Yep.
But that's
Labyrinth
because
is
Bowie
good.
wrote the whole fucking score
Yeah,
for
he
it.
did.
Dance.
Dance,
Magic
magic dance.
Just having
Yeah.
fun with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. it is-
But that's
It's
what
great.
we've been doing too. Is every night we try to watch a musical. It was the first one was the Epic, and then we watched Across the No, we haven't seen that one yet. Across the Universe is a good one. It's all Beatles songs playing into a nice storyline. What did
Why
we
don't you
watch
guys
last
just
night?
put on, what is it, Pink Floyd The Wall and watch Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, that could be
Do that.
That could work.
That's
God, what was the one we watched?
That's a
last night? It was
classic.
Really good.
everyone
Yeah.
I've heard say it, actually it lines up the whole way through.
It does.
And certain lines in the songs actually match up with what's going on,
Makes
which is
sense.
crazy. It doesn't.
It's called drugs.
It's not. No, it's
And if you play it backwards,
well, it's all about Satan.
yeah, it's all about Satan. So there you
Actually,
go.
that I watched a guy talking about
has
that.
his hands in everything. Yeah, but the musical we watched, obviously Epic the Musical, we watched The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman, which is another good musical.
I don't like.
The one with...
No, I don't like musicals
oh,
either.
my goodness.
Did you watch Chicago?
No, I didn't like Chicago.
Rent.
I didn't like Rent. I liked the one with Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor.
I don't know.
Moulin
I don't watch.
Rouge.
I don't
Moulin
watch
Rouge I really
musicals.
liked. But they're fun.
They're not.
They're entertaining.
Musicals
they're
are
great family
gay.
films. They're really good.
They're not
There's
good.
nothing gay about them. They're good.
I don't know. Nothing gay about a musical.
Maybe that'd be a good musical.
make a musical called Nothing Gay About Musicals?
We should write
A
one.
musical
guys.
called Erectile Dysfunction, the musical.
There's,
I mean,
yeah.
look, okay, the other musical that's great.
The Matt Stone and Trey Parker musical.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
that
only
one
other
was
one is
fun.
good.
I like that
Yeah.
one. Cannibal the musical.
yeah.
Yeah, not that though. I'm talking about Team America when they're doing Everyone's Got AIDS.
Yeah.
See, that's a musical.
My mother
Shane.
and my grandma too. We all got AIDS.
AIDS,
and
AIDS,
so
AIDS,
do
AIDS,
you.
AIDS.
That's a musical, and they're South Park bigger, longer, uncut.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a musical.
And then they also did the Book of Mormon, the musical.
Yep.
That's a musical.
But that's more
That
like
was
I
on
didn't
stage.
think. I
though.
thought that was just a stage play.
It was a stage play, yeah, but
I
it was
don't
a
think
musical.
it's a musical.
I thought it was a musical.
It is a musical.
There's a difference between a musical and a stage
No,
play.
but I mean, I thought it was a musical.
Okay, I always
Yeah.
thought it was a stage play. I
Oh.
don't know. I've never seen it.
I've
I've
never
heard
seen
it's
it
good.
either. Yeah, they won a Tony Award, I guess, for it. A bunch of them, I think.
How could you not?
Yeah.
It's about Mormons.
And here's the weird thing: the Mormon Church was fine with it.
of course they are. They're
Which is
making money
weird.
on it.
How are they making money on it?
They
You think
the
that they
rights.
get
Maybe
fucking-
they got converts.
Are you fucking kidding me? You think that they get a cut?
Yeah, they set it up.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
all set up by
That
No,
the
makes
they
sense.
got
Their hands and
converts.
everything,
People like,
fucking
is this
billions,
what
dude.
being Mormon's like? All right, I'm in.
Why not, dude?
You think they got a cut from the Mormon fucking?
No, they can't. They're a nonprofit.
Who? What?
The Mormons can't. They can't take a cut from anything. Well, it has to be donations. But for a multi-billion-dollar industry to have no taxes on it, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, they have a palace.
They have grain silos all over the fucking states, dude.
Okay.
It's wild.
Not as impressive as the palace.
When you have food stores throughout the fucking
Yeah,
states.
but they also teach their people to have like 2 years of fucking food prep.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 years.
Well, yeah, you got to eat for 2 years. I mean, that's how
God,
long
like,
the apocalypse is going to last. Until
Looking at
Jesus
some of the
returns.
pictures of some of these actors and stuff up here, it's just like, God, these people.
Is there one and a
These
certain
people have spent way too much
Word,
time in the
Scott?
spotlight. Like they just think they're just
Well, yeah,
the
didn't
fucking
Travis Scott kind of kill
king
a
of
bunch
the
of people at
fucking
his own
world.
show?
He didn't kill them. They killed themselves.
He put it on.
I think
Yeah, he
he's the
did-
one that
he-
does the rap shit for
Yeah,
this.
he's the one that told
Which
them
makes
to rush the stage.
no sense. Why the fuck would you have rap in the Odyssey?
because
Well, another musical
it's
was
it's modern Hollywood.
Sinners. You guys didn't like Sinners? That's a musical.
I didn't watch it.
It was okay.
Oh, that was a great one.
It was.
Yeah, but you like a lot of shit.
Oh, and House of Dragons is back.
Meh.
That's fantastic.
That's been
I like it.
pretty good.
I haven't watched
so
any
far.
of the new stuff.
I like it a lot.
I only watched the first season. I got
the
bored of it.
ADHD hour, aren't we? We're just bouncing all over the fucking place.
Yep.
It's my fault.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm getting us everywhere around. I'm trying to stay motivated and upbeat. I'm fucking exhausted.
Didn't we?
Yeah,
have,
I'm exhausted
didn't-
too. I've been
didn't we have
building
some
a
topics
fence.
that we were talking about?
We
We
had
started
some.
with horseshoe
talk
crabs,
about-
I think. No, even
No.
before that.
Let's start with the. What was
Yeah, let's
before
get
that?
back to the horseshoe crabs.
No, let's go to the
We were
fun.
talking about the people who died. We were talking
Shut
about
the fuck up. Let's
Sam
go to
Elliott.
Let's go to the fun. Oh yeah, we didn't get to the rest of the people
No,
that died.
we didn't. We should-
Lyndsay Graham.
Lyndsay Graham had passed away. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Her soul.
Apparently, yeah.
Their
Apparently, he
soul.
got blown up in
No,
Ukraine.
Lyndsay Graham. There's
I know. His aorta exploded
no,
from what
there's
I read.
multiple conspiracy theories now surrounding that whole thing. According to the official report, he came back and got a sudden illness and then died over the weekend. Right?
They're saying Russian poisoning.
Well,
the-
like
so-
24 hours before that, he was in Ukraine.
Right.
And he was at a facility that was building drones for the front lines. That drone facility got hit
Nope.
and blown up.
Well, that's the conspiracy. But what I had read was that actually what happened was that there was a different facility that was hit, and it wasn't the one that he was at.
Yeah, and I've read that, or I've seen the conspiracy that the drone facility was hit, and he was killed in it, and then they said, well,
Here's an image
Well,
of him.
say
Just
that he was
for
back.
those of you who are watching and
Yeah.
don't know who the fuck Lyndsay Graham is.
you're the only one.
Well, I guess.
Literally.
It's 'cause I'm watching musicals.
Okay,
I'm-
so
Yeah,
and then
while
there's
you're
the other
going-
thing. Now the medical examiner.
Hello?
So the medical examiner's report that checked his body, if it's true that he got back home and
Yeah,
then
I mean,
died.
somebody also checked
Yeah.
Epstein's fucking body,
Right.
and he had a prostate somehow.
But
It grew back.
Okay, so point is the medical examiner's report says that his aorta or something, like exploded or something. I guess it's common with like men
With
at certain
30-06?
ages, like in the 70s or something. With
No?
yeah. But yeah, so That's just what I heard. Something about his aorta or whatever exploding
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of, like I said,
or erupting or something.
The conspiracy theories are saying that like Russia poisoned him, Israel fucking killed him. Lyndsay Graham is like the hawkish of all the fucking people on the right.
Oh yeah, that dude got a boner for every war that ever happened.
It didn't matter if we're gonna drop bombs. Lyndsay Graham's like, oh, cool.
He's the first guy going, let's do it.
This is how I suppress my gayness.
Yeah.
That's Lyndsay Graham. Lyndsay Graham, who also said, like, when they asked him, he was going to run for, or he was running for president, he's like, so what are you going to do about, like, first lady and shit? And he's like, well, I'll just have my ladies, and they'll all be my first ladies. And you're like, really?
Yeah. You don't
Okay.
Have any, yeah. You don't have any.
That was a
ladies,
really
Lindsay.
good impression. Do that again. Well, ladies, the first ladies.
The Lyndsay Graham.
There you go. That's good.
You've never heard him talk.
Yes, I have.
When?
When
You
I'm
said
listening.
you don't know who he is.
I couldn't put a face to the name. I'm familiar with the person and what they are, who they are.
Did you think I was going to hit you?
I couldn't. I couldn't.
You like flinched a little bit. I went to scratch my eye.
Oh,
and
I
he's
was gonna wipe my face, but I didn't.
He's like, stop lying.
He's over there scared like a fucking beaten
He
housewife.
hits me, everybody. This guy hits me out of no reason at all. He uses the back of his hand. Why, you oughta?
Yeah, well,
That's
look,
funny.
I mean, they think that Putin may have had a hand in it.
Everybody's had their hand in Lyndsay Graham.
Well, okay,
Wow.
and the conspiracy is that if he did die in Ukraine, that they lied about it to prevent a war between Russia and.
Well, yeah,
US
because
and
if
all
you
that.
kill a sitting
Oh yeah,
U.S.
it would
senator,
it would definitely start a war.
and then all NATO has to fucking join up too, because
it would
one of us
definitely
was
start a
attacked.
war.
But yeah, I mean, Russia, that war that's been going on for quite a while. But speaking of Russia, so apparently the Russians are kind of building some new weapons and shit. Go back down.
This one here.
Yep. Russians are kind of putting together like makeshift weapons.
For the purposes of what? Just to make.
They're
the
in a
weapon?
war.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So they got to make do with what they have. They can't just mass produce brand new shit. They're not good at it. So they're taking old stuff and putting it out there, hoping
new
it works
stuff.
great.
Yep.
So they put an Mi-24 Hind, 12.7 millimeter fucking 3-barrel, like basically 50 cal,
Jesus.
on a turret mount. And the problem with the turret mount is they mounted it offset. And here's the video of that.
You want to watch this?
Yeah.
So it starts spinning around the moment he fires. Damn near kills everybody
This
around
guy's
him.
trying to duck. He's like,
Yeah.
And the
Well,
guy's
it's still live.
He's holding on to it, and it flings him off. It was like being on a merry-go-round. It just fucking threw him off.
Yeah, and I mean, it almost looks like they're in the back of a truck or something.
yeah.
And the way that they had it mounted is, if you look at it, you can see that the gun is actually mounted a good, like, off-center line, a good 5 inches to the
See
to
that
the,
in an instant
to the
replay.
right.
Jesus, that could have killed so many people with that.
Yeah, and that, like I said, that gun's mounted a good 5 inches to the right. So that force is just fucking pushing him around. That gun's designed to be on a fucking helicopter.
Yeah.
They're all just fucking.
Yeah,
Good
and you're
stuff.
basically putting a minigun style gun
Offset on a mount.
offset on a mount that you're like, hey, I think a 200-pound dude could just hold this. Versus,
That
Threw him like
is
a rag doll.
yeah, it's
Peace.
that's why have you ever seen an M134 mounted to something?
I can't say that I have.
You have. But an M134 is the minigun. That's what we use.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's mounted center line, right?
The barrel has to be. Yeah.
The whole thing's mounted center line because the whole thing is just, it's 6 fucking barrels right in front of you. And I don't know if it fires from the bottom barrel or the top one. But,
I think
it's mounted, though, directly
Yeah,
in
I'm not
front of
sure
you.
either.
I mean, it's one of the reasons why. You ever seen the GAU 8 mounted? It's mounted to the A10. That's the gun on the A10,
Okay,
right?
gotcha. Uh-huh.
The A10 has a 7-barrel Gatling gun on it, and the barrel that it fires out of is as close to center line as possible. Reason being is because that gun has so much force that it almost has. I think it almost has the same force as the thrust of the plane.
Damn.
Yeah.
So when
that's
it,
wild,
yeah, when
man.
when it fires that gun, it actually drops like I think it's like 30 to 40
Yeah.
miles an hour
And
in,
man-
in an instant.
Oh, and it's an amazing sound to hear.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Well, we're about to hear it.
Yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
cool thing is you'll hear the ground get hit first. You'll hear all these little explosions, and then hear, and then it just fucking takes off.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
what the
Lovely
fuck?
compilation of the A-10
Yeah,
War
go on,
Pug
let's
doing
do
what
it.
it does best.
It is a fucking cool
It
ass
is
sound.
cool.
If we can get this to...
Oh, that's meaty.
The cooler sound though is hearing it hit.
Look at
yeah.
that.
Now you hear the gun.
Oh, it's a fucking mean gun. Look at that thing. It's a badass jet.
Dude.
Yeah, if you heard that, it's too late.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, because first off, you're not hearing it. You're just gonna hear what's hitting around you.
Dude,
And
look
the gun comes in. Fucking love that
at- so
thing.
awesome.
They built the plane around the gun.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the gun's the size, like slightly bigger than a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, these guys cheered. Fuck
Such
yeah.
a beast.
Jesus.
Look at that tree just get torn apart.
What kind of rounds are those? Are they incendiary?
So
Something like that?
it runs 30 millimeter general purpose mix, I believe, on those. So they'll run like armor piercing, and then like high explosive.
Jesus.
So the reason they do that is so the armor piercing will actually pierce through the armor enough, and then the high explosive will go in and just annihilate.
Clean up.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think they call it combat mix is what they call it.
Golly, dude.
Just a chunk of the mountain.
That pilot's having a fucking ball.
Oh yeah.
And it's one of the better airframes to fly because it's just so stable.
It has to be for a gun like that. Could you imagine? Anything else wouldn't be able to manage something like that. Even if it were a mounted turret, as if someone was manning it, there's no possible way that could fly.
No.
You'd be throwing the flight path off like crazy, like you were saying. It's
Yeah,
gotta be.
it has to be dead center. I mean, like I said, it's almost mounted.
Yeah.
I believe the
Just so awesome.
the barrel that does fire,
America.
I do believe is center line.
Yeah.
But again, it has to be. And then here's the other thing that they did on it is, you know how guns on planes, they'd usually, as it fires, eject the shell casings out the bottom.
yeah.
This does not. It keeps it in the fucking system because those could potentially go down and come back into the engines because the
yeah.
engines sit behind it.
Yeah.
So they
okay.
designed it to where it keeps all of that internally.
Collects its own shells.
Yep.
Well, you know, you were
fucking
talking
cool,
that
man.
video we just watched of the dude flying from a fucking machine gun.
Yeah. We're gonna see another
We got
man that
another
can
flying-
fly.
I want to fly.
This is a more
Want to
recent one that
fly.
happened in Yellowstone, Kevin.
You
Set
will
that up.
believe a man can fly.
'Cause you sent that one, didn't you?
I
No,
sent
he
it.
did.
Well, you
'cause
sent it to
the one
us
I
first,
yeah,
and
the
you
one
did.
I sent we couldn't get to because it was on X.
But this one's a good one, too. You
Yeah.
gotta check this shit out.
So this happened at Yellowstone.
Dude in his suspenders and some.
Older chap, too.
Now they're taking photos of a bison who's hanging out.
Big bull, too. That is a big fucking
Oh
bison.
yeah, and that tail's a wagon.
And
he
it's
ain't happy.
pissed.
Here it comes.
So it starts charging this couple that was taking a picture
And
of
they're
it.
I
running
don't
around
think
this
it's a
like
couple because that
Yeah.
looks like a child.
they're running around these trees trying to get away from it. And it's just chasing after him. That thing is not giving up. Trying to
Look at him
cut
go. It's
through.
like, he's gonna
And
get
boom! Oh
Damn.
my God!
What, like 8-9 feet in the air?
That
He fucking went up head
oh,
over
yeah.
heels.
If there was
why
a
you don't-
ceiling above him, his feet would have scraped the ceiling.
Jeez.
What I don't understand is how this happens so often. Because
Yeah.
it really does. It happens quite often that people go and they go, "What, wildlife does stuff like this?"
Yeah.
There's signs all over Yellowstone that's saying, do not approach the buffalo or
Yeah.
bison.
Well,
do
you-
not touch them.
Have you guys seen the video of the chick?
Oh man!
She's out like
Guy's trying to get
snowboarding
away.
and she's got a snow leopard behind her. So she's like, "I'm gonna take a fucking selfie with it."
Brilliant.
And this is in China, I believe. And
Oh
So
my
she-
God, that's brutal.
so she's taking a selfie with this fucking snow leopard. The snow leopard's like 15 feet behind her, and like these types of animals are known to, like, when the other animal or whatever prey it's got turns its back, that's the time to pounce.
Yeah, they're fucking bitches like that.
Yeah, so she like kind of turns to like, hey, selfie, and then it immediately gets into the pounce position and fucking pounces, scratches her face up and everything. I mean, like,
Yep.
fucks her up.
They're called
They're
wildlife.
Not to
for a
be
reason.
trifled with, those fucking things, right?
Yeah, I don't know why people do shit like that.
What else we got?
They've
on the
seen too
docket?
many movies where
I don't know,
the
we can end
animals
with the
are all
Patriot
cute
thing.
You want to talk
and,
about that Patriot thing?
You know.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, they've seen too many movies where all the animals sing songs and dance.
Yes.
Well, they think they're special
Anthropomorphize.
too.
Yes.
They think they're special. This is going to be a unique experience. I
Yeah.
would never get attacked by this animal.
We're
They
gonna
love
have a
me.
spiritual moment together.
Yeah, you're
you know?
not.
Yeah.
I mean, you might become a spirit.
yeah.
Woo!
That previous guy sure got the height of a spirit.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing about it. It didn't look like he was in any way like antagonizing it. But
No.
something
It
pissed that
doesn't
thing off.
matter.
It doesn't matter.
Stop fucking
Yeah.
with animals.
He just
Well, he wasn't.
no.
Yes, he was.
Well, he was.
He
That's
was.
the
It looked
thing.
like he was a good distance just taking pictures.
no, you're right.
But-
you're
but-
right. If you're in an animal's territory, you're
See,
not
that's
fucking
the thing.
with it.
They were close enough, and the animal was already agitated enough, and then they just stood there. I mean, they should have stayed away from the area.
Dude, I was walking in
entirely.
Yellowstone to go see the petrified tree. Went around the bend, and I shit you not, there's a buffalo / bison standing right there looking at me. And I'm like, shit, I am way too close to this thing.
Yeah.
Didn't do a damn thing.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he wasn't agitated.
Yeah, but
You
how
were
do you?
lucky.
Well, that's what I mean. There's got the way
Just
things work.
stay away from them.
Yeah, but if there's
How about that?
That means stay out of Yellowstone. They're fucking everywhere.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, if you get into an area and you go, "Oh shit, they're 30 yards away," stay the fuck away from them.
Yeah, that's kind of hard
Yeah.
to do in some areas.
Okay, well then don't stay away from them and get hit like an
Well, I
idiot.
did. I walked 10 feet from the fucking thing, and it
Good.
just looked at me as I walked by.
I hope you're on the video.
It,
Well, hey,
it was wild. Well, there's no
Like I
one
said,
around.
I mean, hey, and
Tim,
in
you-
some situations you might get lucky and the animal just doesn't care. But
Look.
then there's situations like that where he's
Look.
in a pissed off mood and wants to get somebody.
Tim, look, we have different ideologies on this animal thing. Now let's watch a thing that's Kevin's ideology.
Yeah, it is important to find out where Kevin stands on everything, isn't it?
Yes, let's watch it.
There's a video that recently is floating around. It's
It's Kevin's video.
Patriot
He
Front
brought it
is
to
here
us.
in downtown Dearborn, Michigan.
And then he
which
handed
has
me
one
a
of the
signed
largest
copy of Mein Kampf. It was
concentrations of
weird.
Muslim
let's try that again.
You want to hear every fucking second
Well,
of this.
there's a message being spoken. I
Oh,
thought we
okay, my
discussed
bad.
it.
Let's hear the message. Message!
Patriot Front is here in downtown Dearborn, Michigan, which has one of the largest concentrations of Muslim occupiers in the nation, with over half of the city's total population being composed of this unassimilable foreign demographic, and around a third of the city not even being born in America, be they American or otherwise. This city was once the epicenter of American ingenuity and innovation. Dearborn was once home to a thriving working class of Americans, of our people,
Well-
who made this country great and prosperous.
Let's just
This
remember,
was a
Michigan
place where
didn't go
white
down
families
because
could
of the
earn fair
Muslims.
wages,
That happened a long time
buy
ago.
decent homes, and live with dignity. Now it is unrecognizable. The largest mosque in North America is located here in Dearborn. Storefronts exclusively advertise in Arabic. Even the city's own police department, led by Muslim, introduced and attempted to add Arabic to its seal. Our industry was gutted, our families were driven away, our institutions were corrupted and captured. This is an invasion. The United States has engaged in one military intervention after another in service to the international
want a
Zionist
249.
agenda. And we were told the lie that Americans were fighting there to keep them from coming here. Every politician who is complicit in what has happened here in Dearborn is a traitor or an enemy to our nation,
Jesus.
never to be forgiven. Let us gain one thing from this tragedy, that kindness, tolerance, and weakness of our people will always be exploited by treason from within and invasion from without. Until we can reclaim this city, let it be a cautionary tale. Don't wait until it happens to your beloved home. Don't wait until it is your family that is displaced, your children who are endangered, your future that is stolen. Patriot Front is organizing the men of the nation now to take proactive action, to reforge our communities, rebuild the lives of our people, and to place nationalism at the center of politics. It's time to stand with us.
When I first saw that video, it freaked me the fuck
Yeah.
out, and it still kind of does. 'Cause
Well,
it's-
the thing is, it's inevitable that groups like this would rise up because of
Bad policy?
the things that are happening. Yeah, I mean,
That's how-
things happen. There's going to be pushback eventually.
Well, it's the same thing that I listened to the Rogan podcast today with JD Vance.
Yeah, I
right?
was listening to that earlier too.
And JD Vance, strangely enough, a union supporter,
Mm-hmm.
but he's like, look, when you started losing all the unions, that's when you start getting bad things going on, and then that's when you get the rise of like these socialist type people. And he's right. And same thing here. When you have bad policies that bring in too many people from countries and that don't assimilate,
Right.
you now get other groups that go, well, see, this is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
See, and
Whether they're right or wrong, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You start to get these people
Well,
to
and-
pop
yeah,
up.
and that's one of the things that has been going on over the past, many years now. But
25 years
Yeah,
at-
and it's been happening in Europe and UK as well, where you get people coming from other countries, and they used to integrate and assimilate into the country and become Americans, but now they're coming in and they're still, well, they basically are just the same.
Do you want to know why
they
there's a
were,
difference?
They're still loyal to their old countries and their old
but
ways.
do you want to know why there's a difference?
Mm.
Because the people pre 9/11, when you would have people move in, it wasn't because we were fucking bombing their country
Right.
and then just bringing them in.
Yeah.
Before that, it was people who wanted to go to America.
They wanted to become Americans.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, it's why I've said it a million times on this show. Cubans, when they get here, they're the most American people you can
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
see.
They
Because
absolutely.
go, I know what communism is.
Yeah.
I know what freedom is.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
They become some of the most loyal Americans you can ever hope for.
It's one of the reasons why we also have that rule that 1 foot on dry soil for Cubans. If you get 1 foot on dry soil, well, you're here.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that bothers me about this video so much is the precedent that it states, or it
Yeah.
Expand.
the idea that now there could be, I'd have to say, like militias showing up to Muslim families and saying, "Hey, we don't want you here," knocking on doors and saying, "Are you Muslim?" It's almost like a Gestapo on the other side now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fearful for, because there's
yeah,
legitimate families that are
But
doing legitimate
where
things
is
in their
that
communities.
Here's my question to that. Where is that going to happen? Because that would have to be kind of sanctioned, and if it's not, then
It
it would.
seemed to me like this is what they were trying to establish
Yeah,
and
but
set up.
I was trying to get to a larger point though. Like, where do you see that happening? And if it does, wouldn't it have to be sanctioned by, like, I don't know, the government if it's going to be done? Because if not, then it becomes something that it's just an illegal.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Action.
saying. It sounds to me like they're motivating people to do illegal shit
But you also have
in the name of nationalism.
You also have, to their point, and look, I don't agree with them on everything. I do, however, agree that yes, there's a lot of places being taken over by people that are not assimilating,
Yeah.
and that shouldn't be happening.
And then what's the action that needs to be taken to change that?
I would say,
Vote?
I'd say deport people. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah, I'm not arguing that at
Look,
all.
your
But it
war
seems to
toward-
me like that's not working as fast as we need it to.
No, but that's because optically people don't like it.
Yeah, it's true.
And I disagree with them on that. I go, look, I'm sorry, but if you're not from America and you're not fucking assimilating to America, go.
You don't have the government holding these individuals accountable either.
Which ones?
The fraudsters.
No.
You
No,
know what I
they're
mean?
not.
There's
Yeah.
there's no accountability for the billions of dollars that are being
And people are
taken.
getting more and more angry.
And that's just
all
it.
the
That's why
time.
organizations like these start and set
Yeah.
up. And that's what scares me is what's the result of something like this happening?
Well, yeah, it's when you start seeing lawlessness.
Yeah.
Here's another thing that we're not going to see it because we're not in an area like this. But in places like Dearborn, Michigan, you do have Muslim police force, right?
Mm-hmm.
You also have now in New York, you have like what is it?
Sharia law.
Not Sharia law, but like,
well, like-
they're Sharia patrols.
Yeah, right. They're like enforcing Sharia
Yeah,
law.
so
within their
you've got
communities.
Sharia
Yeah.
patrols, and that shouldn't be happening.
No, it should not.
You
And there's
know?
like separate courts I've heard too.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Well, even
That's
them
more
saying-
so in
them
Europe. But
them
yeah.
saying on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
video about their police SEAL wants to have Arabic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any. That would frustrate the hell out of me.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I don't mind a storefront having a different language on the front of it,
Well,
but when it goes into a government, entity, that's where it's
story.
kind of that shows you that there is no government support for the people that are trying to defend their nation. I guess you could say is what they're going to argue. They're gonna say,
and I'm also not a big fan of nationalism anyway.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
But
the whole idea that like no matter what the country's
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like,
and
meh.
another thing now, when we were all talking through text about this, when you first sent this to us, Tim, you mentioned how, some of the language in that video, like when he talks about white families, was
I think
alarming.
I said that.
Was it you?
I
okay,
think so, yeah.
maybe you. Okay,
I followed up Shane's comment about
but,
it.
And what I had said was, this is one of the things that really messes with other people's arguments when they're actually trying to come at this in more of a good faith manner, and they're trying to make the argument that it's not about race, it's about citizenship, and it's about the values and ideology of America.
Right.
Culture.
And culture, the
Yeah,
culture of
we're
America.
not trying to have
And-
them get rid of their Muslim heritage,
right.
culture, and
No,
beliefs
no.
by any means.
But
no.
the point is,
I'm not a fan of it.
But the point I'm getting to is that people like this who use language like white families, it ends up hurting the good faith.
No, if they would've
people
come up
they're
and said-
arguing, because then
American families, that-
right.
that would've
they
been
said
different.
American families, that'd be different. But like they're saying white families, and then so that makes the people that are arguing on the other side of this, who are looking for that. The blood in the water, they can use that against people who are using bad faith arguments to say, well, you're just racist.
But I
you
also-
want white, just white. All you care about is white
Yeah.
families.
But I
and people.
also-
It's like, no, that's not it. But Patriot Front said, and it's like, yeah, they said.
Within
we
this-
didn't say that.
Within the conversation that we had, I also posited this question. What if you were a Japanese person living in Japan and a group of people was
Yeah.
moving in and changing your culture? Like, we don't seem to have a problem with, countries that have a heritage and a culture
Yeah.
to go, yeah, we don't want that here. We don't seem to have a problem when that happens there, but we seem to have a problem when it happens here because we go melting pot.
Right.
And it's like, yes, but the melting pot was the idea that they would bring in some of their culture and assimilate to ours.
Right.
Well, you also have to admit that America is, for the most part, Christian. And that's where the ideology of Christianity and America are almost hand in hand.
See,
there is a big Christian background.
Yeah,
there is
but
to this-
but it's
to the
not.
States,
But
dude.
It
but
is
I would
and there
say
isn't.
it's yeah, exactly. It's a little more complicated.
We're,
than
we're
that,
not
but-
further away from that now, but you talk about that in the 50s and 60s, maybe even the 40s. A lot of
Yeah, but-
Christian beliefs
yeah.
and standards and all that was a inherent part of being American.
Yes and no. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not
talked to
saying
my-
everybody was faithful and Christian.
was gonna say,
but the whole structure of what American society is.
No, but that was not the structure of American society. That was the structure of the media. The media was putting that
Yeah,
out. That's
a
a whole
valid
different
point.
thing.
Yeah, but
You also
got
gotta
to
remember-
people were ingesting back then.
You also
too.
got to remember the media was also what was giving you the American dream, the white picket fence, the 2.5 kids,
Yeah.
the fucking,
The
having a
nuclear
dog,
family.
Yeah.
all that shit. That was the thing. Now, look, well, I do think it's probably a good idea to, have a family and all that shit. I don't have one, but it's probably a good idea to keep the culture going. And one of the problems is you do have other people moving in having way more kids than the people that live here.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it's one of the problems that's going to happen is the culture is going to shift dramatically at some point.
For the good or
well,
worse.
and that
I
does,
think worse,
Well, and that
honestly.
does have to do.
I think Western culture is the best culture that we
well,
have.
and that does have a lot to do with the way things have gone in the past 30 years.
Yeah.
With the culture itself.
Yeah, and a big part of that is going to war.
Sure. Oh yeah,
For
absolutely.
20-some years.
Oh yeah, 100%. But it also has to do with the way cultures change within the country too. Like it's been talked about a lot. Like more women going into the workforce, more women instead of
raising the family.
and stuff. Which there's nothing wrong with women wanting to go into the workforce and have a career. There's nothing wrong with that. But the fact is that is a factor.
I don't have it.
That there are less people having children because there are more women focusing on careers rather than having children and raising families.
One of the big reasons for that is because you kind of have to go out and work now, no
Of
matter
course.
what. Which
Yeah,
sucks.
There's no choice. Yeah, you have to have both parents working.
Right.
in
And
order to survive.
and I'm just saying it's a factor.
Yep.
that is one of the factors, and there's many more, but that's just one that is talked about
Look,
a lot.
So is this now people against the government? Is that the movement these guys are going towards, or
No.
people against the Muslims?
They seem to be against the unfettered immigration and people that are not.
I think they're
assimilating,
also
it seems
more
like. But they are also
against the government. Too,
Yeah,
in a
and
big
them
way.
saying
That's the scary
them
part.
injecting race
Yeah.
makes them sounds like they're leaning towards another side there too.
That's
you
what I
know?
said when I first sent you guys the videos. Like, they're missing their white hoods.
Well, they're definitely speaking
They
very
got the white
similar
masks
lingo.
down, but they just need to have that white
Yeah.
pointed hood, and that would
They're-
fit the
it's very similar lingo to
very
what
much so.
groups like that would say.
Yeah, and while I agree with some of the points, I don't agree with the overall message.
Right,
I
right.
don't want to see blood in the streets of
Me neither.
Muslims getting murdered
No.
because they're Muslim. I don't like that.
I
No,
don't
but
either.
you do.
I
mean,
also don't like the people rising up against the government because I know who wins that fight.
why do you think that?
We don't have a nuclear weapon.
Well,
you
we
think
don't.
the
They're not
government's
going to
going to nuke?
They're not going to nuke their.
I wouldn't
people.
put it past them.
Really?
We don't have A-10 Warthogs.
Again,
I think they would use an A-10 Warthog over a nuke.
Fair
here's
enough. They have a far better military than a
Well,
than
yeah,
a
that's
citizen
true.
does.
Here's
true.
the problem with your thought process on that. If it does come to a civil war like that,
Yeah.
do you think that the entire military is going to go, you know what?
That's a very valid point. That's questions should always ask. It's like,
and I
because-
don't.
yeah,
I
well, the-
don't believe the military is going to do that.
I don't
There-
think the entire military will,
No.
but I'm sure that there will be people that
there's
in the
going to be
military that will
individuals
be
like
loyalists.
that in the military that believe what they're doing is right.
What do you mean?
Defending their country.
Joining up, being on
Fighting
the
the
government
rebels.
side. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I
but then
mean?
you
there
also
will
got
be. Yeah, absolutely.
you also got national guards and shit like that are controlled by state governments,
Mm-hmm.
and those state governments could go, I'm mobilizing my national guard to fight
Sure.
against the other portion.
Yeah.
Of course.
And you're
And
gonna
that's-
have F-18s flying against F-18s and
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, and civilians, casualties will be
Yeah, but
astronomical.
I don't see it getting to that point.
No.
I hope not.
Well, yeah.
I
I mean,
don't.
where do you see it going?
I think if you're gonna get a civil war in the country, it's gonna be a lot more localized.
Yeah, I would
Communities
agree
or
with
states
that.
or cities?
No,
I-
more like street to street.
Yeah,
kind
you're
of
gonna get
stuff.
If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen like the way that Chaz was taken over.
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah.
happen more like that, and it's gonna be sections.
Yeah.
Well, see, nothing was done about that, though.
Yeah,
It was just
because the
allowed to
state
happen.
is stupid.
Yeah,
okay,
that's what
hey,
I
look.
mean.
Okay, in some countries, like for instance, this is talked about, like in Egypt, for instance, when they had the coup and everything, that the Arab Spring, where people were, the whole thing, like there was all this gunfighting and everything going on, relegated to like several blocks, and then people were literally outside dining at coffee shops and restaurants.
Yeah, it's gonna
outdoor
be like
places,
that.
like down the road, a few blocks over. That's what I think Shane's getting at. That's what I agree. That's what
See,
it is
that's
more
more
like.
of
yeah.
a more realistic.
And
Yeah.
it'd be more of an insurgency style fucking fighting.
That's scary as shit too.
Well, sure
it's
it
gonna
is,
be
yeah.
it's gonna be a loud explosion and then some gunfire and then
Yeah.
people taking off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
dispersing.
hit and runs. I mean, that's what you're
And
gonna see. Now,
you're going to
innocent
hear
families
echoing
are gonna be- yeah,
gunfire
innocent
on the other
families.
side of the city, and you'll be like, "Oh fuck, man, they're really going at it," and you're going to go back to eating your pizza.
Fuck
Yeah.
that, dude.
I'm gonna be having a
Yeah.
rifle now.
But you know
I don't
what I'm
see any
saying.
of us going back to our pizza.
But that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'll
no,
still be eating my pizza.
no, but I'm saying eventually,
Fucking
with this
pizza.
kind of stuff that can go on for years, it would become normalized eventually.
That's
Yeah.
scary.
Now,
enough,
look-
even so, dude.
Now look,
I
here's
agree.
here's the scary part, right? You say that government and the military would come in and attack. I don't necessarily believe that. However, the government does have something that won't say no. Drones, AI, and shit like that.
Yeah. There's no
I mean, like there
questioning what
Look,
it's supposed to
There's
do.
a lot of fucking backlash for all the flock cameras.
Oh, that's
Oh,
going on like
yeah,
crazy.
I've
They're
been
cutting
hearing
down
about
towers,
that.
spraying them, doing whatever they can to
Well,
destroy them.
One of the there was a lady recently that she was fucking ticketed through the mail for flock, and you can see in the video her phone's just on her lap. She never looks down at it once, and she's charged with, or not charged, but a ticket for fucking talking on her phone. And look, AI fucks up all the time.
Sure.
Ask it a question.
No.
It's gonna give you fucking 2 different answers if you ask the same question. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like where it's headed, honestly.
I can't wait. It'll be exciting. Tim, you need excitement in your life.
Not that
Good.
type of excitement.
Goodbye, everybody. We might or might not see you next week.
Yeah.
Peace out.